Hi, my name is Taylor Kilgore, and I am a senior at Early County High School. After graduation, I plan on going to Bainbridge State College for 1 year, or I guess back now, before moving to Athens and attending the University of Georgia. I do have one brother, and usually my pet peeves kind of revolve around him, but the one I have chosen to share today is about the one pet peeve that kind of other people do that drive me crazy. Okay, and it is when people are kind of not as respectful to adults as I think that they kind of should be. So, my parents always raised me to respect my elders. It did not matter if I was talking to a teacher or my aunt or my uncle or even like a random person on the street. I was expected to say stuff like, "Yes, ma'am," "No, sir." And so when I see people not doing that in class or in a store or something, it just really grates on my nerves. And I think when people use that terminology, it shows respect and it lets the other person know that you realize you are a minor and they are an adult. And I don't think that when people don't say yes ma'am and no ma'am, they are being disrespectful, but I think that they are not being as respectful as they could be. And, I just always like for them to say, the ma'am and the sir terminology, because it always shows reverence for the adults and your elders. And they notice it. Like, they see it and they like it. For example, in classes you can see it. For I've had teachers, and students that say yes ma'am and no sir, compared to other students that do not say yes ma'am and no sir, the teachers are not outright different to them, but they do show a little bit of an attitude difference as compared to those that do not use that kind of terminology. I have felt it personally. During the summer, I am a counselor at First United Methodist Church Camp, and I counsel about 30 girls ages 7 to 10 years old. Their ages kind of range in there. And some of them say, "Yes, ma'am," and some of them do not. It's weird to be 18 years old and being called a ma'am, but I do not correct them because I feel like they're creating good habits that I want to follow them throughout their life. And so I make sure that they keep saying it. And, it feels good because I just want them to keep on saying that for the rest of their life, and that I know that they'll be treated differently than those who won't. And I'm not saying treated differently, they'll be treated differently in a good way, they'll be given back respect by adults, and they'll be treated more mature by adults as compared to those who are not. And because, it makes a good impression on people. People appreciate being spoken to that kind of way. I know when I'm an adult and I plan on going to college, I plan on getting a good degree, I plan on getting a good job. And, when I'm an adult, I want to be spoken to that way. I plan on being a ma'am. And if people talk to me and I don't get called a ma'am after, all that hard work, I'm being a little offended because I have worked hard to become an educated woman. And I want young people to see that. And that is what I'm trying to do. And that's what I think other people need to do when they talk to adults. And that is why I think it's important for them to say, yes, ma'am, or no, sir. And why they say yes, ma'am, and sir is because they're letting people know that they realize that what they went through to become an adult was, a lot. And so I just think it shows a sign of respect. And I think teenagers should give them that. So in conclusion, my parents just raised my brother and I to give adults that kind of reverence that they deserve. It's just how we were raised, and I'm going to always speak to adults this way. My advice would be to join me. My advice to other teenagers is to join me, because you will notice a difference by the other adults and teenagers. They will respect you more, and they will treat you more mature, because to receive respect from adults, first you must give it. Thank you.